What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another SAOIF video. Today's video, I want to talk regarding the current state of the game. I know that I just released a video where I was asking, reading out a question that I had asked you guys, whether or not you have dropped SAOIF, and if you did, what are you guys playing? And I want to talk about, because something's bothering me. Something's bothering me a lot with the game, and the fact is that the game, if you go from SAOIF to another game, or another MMO mobile game, it feels very weird. And what do I mean by weird is that it makes it hard to enjoy other MMO mobile games. Why is that, though? What is it about SAOIF that makes it actually, like, better than other games, but worse at the same time? It's so confusing to play this game sometimes, because, like, we love the game, but we hate it because there's no real substance anymore. Like, they don't push out any significant updates. They don't listen to their player base. So why does it make it so that way when we go to other mobile games it feels weird? You know, other MMOs. Like, for example, I took off my glasses. For example, I tried playing Torm Online. I can't play it. Even though they're both Ace BMO, I can't play Torm Online. I don't like it. I don't like the design of it. It feels very outdated. I tried playing Tales of Wind. I don't like that game. First of all, the voice acting is horrendous. Like, especially the English voice acting is just so bad. And the game feels slow, it feels sloppy. There's too much going on at once. It just doesn't feel right. It feels I don't know how to explain that style of game. And there's a few others too. Like, I tried playing is it Alchemia Story? Either that one, or there's two, like, alchemy games. I tried playing Alchemia Story, one of them maybe, I don't remember which one, but either case, I tried playing it and I don't like it. It doesn't feel right. And somebody mentioned in the comments of the video that or not in the video that I did last time, but they mentioned in the comments of the video that I was discussing that they tried playing other games too, and they weren't sure what it is about the SAO game that makes it feel like a good game. The person was like, I don't know if it's maybe just nostalgia for SAO. And while that of course might play a factor, because that's one of the reasons why you're playing the game, that is not the reason why you actually like SAOIF compared to other MMO mobile games. So I'm going to talk about that right now, because it's a legit thing, and I couldn't put my finger on it at first. I had to, like, actually step away from the whole SAO aspect of it and actually look at the gameplay itself. And the gameplay is very simple. It's a very simple game where you have your attack button, you have your 4 skills, and your dodge. There's no block button, which there should be. There's no parry button, which there should be. And the gameplay is just very simple. You attack the enemies, kill them, and that's it. Like, you don't have to go and collect the items that they drop. The items automatically go into your inventory. They sacrifice some of, I guess, would be like gameplay elements that you would normally see in MMOs, and they sacrifice it for the way that the game looks, or the aesthetics of the game, and the way that it feels. Because the game itself, as a whole, the game actually feels very, very fluid. It feels like a legit good mobile game, and a good RPG in general. Like, the game it's very fluid in the attacks. You know, you have a little bit of lag sometimes, but that's either dependent on your internet connection, or maybe if they roll out a massive update, because then of course there might be some bugs in the update that they didn't catch. But overall, the game feels very smooth. It feels very fluid. The way the skills are designed, each skill has their own cooldowns. Each skill has their own cost. for like SP or Magic or whatever you want to call it, depending, whatever you're used to playing in a game. And it all works in a very fluid fashion. Where other games, I don't know, the other games, they just feel, the combat feels a little off. It's not as fluid. It really isn't. And then some other mobile games or some other MMOs, they attack automatically. SAO, you control your basic attacks. Your character won't do anything if you're not pushing a button. So all of that, it actually makes it feel like a good game. But the problem is that there is no legit content that's worthwhile most of the time. A lot of the times they're rehashed events, or they're boss grinds, but not even like good boss grinds. Like currently, the best thing to grind for are your levels and the rare weapons, but that's a massive grind that nobody wants to do anymore. Like whoever did it got the rare weapons and they were happy, okay, but the amount of time and effort that they put into that it's astronomical with how much time they put into that grind, and it's ridiculous to ask your players to do that. It really is. Now, in all honesty, there's no real legit pay to win aspect to this game, which that's okay. The main reason for that is because that there's no PvP, there's no solo ranking events, so none of that affects pay to win because it's mostly PvE, so player versus everything or everybody. But the problem with the PvE aspect of the game is that there's no real content to do with everybody. Like all the events that they drop, if you're at end game content, you can run every single event by yourself with the exception of chaos bosses. Now, chaos bosses, you run it for avatar stuff. It's not even like, okay, you fight the chaos boss and he's gonna drop a rare weapon or rare armor for you. No, it's you're running it and you're killing the chaos bosses just for avatar stuff. And if you guys know me, you know I don't give a damn about the avatar stuff. There's no reason to grind it except for bragging rights. Like, it does nothing for your character as far as stats goes. It does nothing to improve your gameplay experience, as with the exception of aesthetics, and that's it. And while that's all fine and dandy for those people who enjoy that kind of stuff, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to. Of course you're allowed to enjoy that, but it doesn't bring any real content for most players unless that's your thing. Like, if I understand how it appeals to Japanese players because they like to dress up everything. They love the avatar stuff. I understand that this game was made for the Japanese player base or for the Asian market. I understand that because that's what they enjoy. Us on the Western side of the world, we like story. We like actual gameplay. We like our games to be filled with elements in the game that keeps us playing on a regular basis with people that we want to play with. And the thing is, again, that when they drop events, the events don't have any real merit to anything. Yes, there's some nice stuff to grind in the events, but at the end of the day, the events suck. And again, you can run it by yourself. There's no real reason to go into a party. Case in point, as of me recording this video, we have Lizbeth's birthday celebration, and so they released an event for Lizbeth's birthday, and I cleared the first 3 sections. I guess you can call them sections. The first 3 difficulties, I should say, by myself, no problem. I could clear the last difficulty by myself, no problem, but I'm actually saving that for a live stream to run it on live stream with you guys. But it's a problem. It's a problem, and it's not being addressed. And so a lot of players are leaving. A lot of the people who responded saying that they still log in to play the game, but they don't really play it. Like, they play other things instead. And that's what I was getting at when I asked if people have dropped it. Because even though you say, oh yeah, I still log in, and so you voted yes, or you voted no that you didn't drop the game, technically you're not playing the game, so that means you did drop it until they give you something that's worthwhile for you to actually play and log in and stay logged in to the game. And while I'm a huge advocate of playing things that we enjoy and grouping together as a community, the community's falling apart for this game because everybody's just leaving. And you might say, oh, but you know, there's less people who voted saying that they did drop the game versus the people who didn't drop the game. But here's the thing: when you're talking about over or almost 250 people, and out of those 250 people, 36 or 39% said that they did drop the game. That is a lot of people. Now imagine if that was 10,000 players saying that that 39% or whatever. I think it was like 35, 36, somewhere around there. Not 39. But imagine 35% of 10,000 people said that they dropped the game. That's 3,500 players that dropped the game. That is a lot of people that are leaving because there's no updates. There's no real content to the game. And how could they solve this? I mean, yes, here I'm talking and complaining about the game, but what are some solutions that they could do for this? Well, one, make it easier to grind levels. Two, don't make the rare weapons be so ridiculous to grind because it's all RNG and the rate is so bad for the armament stones to get the rare weapons that people are just like, fuck this, I'm leaving. And I'm at that point where it's like, I don't give a damn to grind for that rare weapon anymore. Screw it. I got one armament stone. Forget it. It's not worth it. I get bored sitting there grinding that shit, and I don't want to do it anymore. And you know, you could do that and make the events worth a damn. Like, make the events hard enough for us to group as a player base together to run the event and make the rewards worth it. Don't give us that bullshit where it's like, oh yeah, now we have the hardest difficulty, but you can only run it 3 times a day. It's fucking stupid. Don't do that. You're alienating the player base that actually wants to stay in and grind the game. If I can only run it 3 times a day and I'm running a live stream, guess what? After I run it the 3 times, we're done. There's no reason for me to keep going because you guys limit to how many times I can run this with players, with people on the live stream. We used to have anywhere between 60 to 100 people in a live stream wanting to grind with us. Now we got 20 to 50. 20 to 50. Now if I'm doing a summoning stream, yeah, we still get that 100, people showing up, but that's few and far between because at the end of the day, they're not giving Arcana either. Like, yes, they did make adjustments and fixes to the daily login bonuses. They made adjustments and fixes to the daily missions and weekly missions, and I'm very grateful for that. Makes it a lot easier to grind Arcana. But it's still not that much considering how many banners they push in our face. Like, you're thinking, okay, so I'm going to save up all this Arcana. So now in a month, I can save up to roll 1 time on a banner. But there's like 5 banners at one time active. And currently in the game, there's 2 banners. 2? There's 2 banners active in the game. There will be 3 when the Elizabeth birthday banner drops. But usually there's like 4, 5, or 6 banners at a time. And it's overwhelming to a player who doesn't have Arcana and who's not going to spend a ton of money in this game and just sink everything they have. It's not how you keep players engrossed in your game. Give them the content to play the game and they will stay playing the game and they will be more likely to spend a couple bucks here and there on things. But when you don't have anything for us to do, then you're killing yourself. You're killing the game. And we don't want that. We as players, we want to be able to enjoy ourselves and to play this game. And to play it with other people. Because that's the whole experience. You're playing it with other people. But instead you're making it just single player. And you're making it so it's like the grinds are stupid. I released a video about those doors that you see all over the place. How cool it would be to hide raid bosses behind those. Have 30-man raid bosses where you can go into a quick party with people, or you can go with your guild, or I can have a live stream and go with 30 random people into this battle. That would be fantastic. That would be so good. So good. You've already proven that your servers can handle having 30 players fighting a boss at the same time. Why can't you do this? Why can't you do this for us and have raids for us to grind the raid bosses and have the different elements of the raid bosses, and so that way we can grind them for rare weapons, rare armors, rare skills. At that point, you know, you would save your game. You would get so many people invested in the game at that point. We would love it. But you're not doing anything like that. You're doing like, here's an event. Oh, we're taking 2 weeks off because Golden Week. I get it. Everybody deserves a vacation. Everybody deserves a vacation. I get it. I've taken vacations. But here's the difference between yourself, ASOBimo, and Bandai versus me. Okay? When I go on vacation, I make sure everything is all set and ready to go. So when I'm on vacation and I'm not behind the camera, there are videos every day that's getting pushed out for my viewers, for my subscribers. Okay? That's the difference between my work ethic and your work ethic, ASOBimo Bandai. When you go on vacation, you leave us high and dry as players. There ain't shit for us to do when you went on vacation for Golden Week. And I get it. You're on vacation. Cool. But at the same time, you still have a game to run. You still have players to keep happy, which you're not doing. And especially when there's no content out there for us to do. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done ranting. I'm done. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Let me know what your concerns, comments. Let me know what your aggravations are with the game down below. Make your voices heard. Let ASOBimo know. Let Bandai know. Put it on their Twitter accounts. Put it on their Facebook accounts. Put it everywhere. Share the video. I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay cool, guys.